Hello, everybody, and welcome to another My Music Now. Look, the house is full. We're about to speak to SevenStreets. Owen, Sean, Ant, Niall will be back to talk to me all about music straight after the Dancing Cat. Don't go away.
Keep on, don't stop. Keep on, don't stop. Keep on, don't stop.
Hello, everybody. SevenStreets, all the way from Liverpool. That's correct. Is there anyone in the crew here that's not from Liverpool originally?
No, we're all
No.
only the one South Ender in the group as well, which is fantastic.
Well, there you go. There you go. Right, let's start with the most important question of all, which is for the guitarists in the group. Do you go for a hard plec or a fairly soft one? Which one?
You, Niall, first.
You go first, mate. You go first.
I go for something probably in between.
In between.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That's
Anyone ever
yeah,
tried
yeah.
one of those thumb picks where it's like a ring that goes around your thumb? Anyone ever tried that for like finger picking or?
No.
Usually for
not
banjos,
sure.
aren't they?
No, none of that.
Yeah.
No, let me try them. I prefer the soft one.
Do
As
you?
thin as they can get. That's me.
Okay, that's a clip right there. Out of context, it will sound dreadful.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely.
But yeah, he prefers the soft one. All right, long and thin. Okay, so we've got got a hard one or we've got a soft one. I actually never use one of these. I struggle to get on with one of them. I've always just used my fingers, but there we go. I just find it more accurate as well. I don't know. How did you all get together in the first place?
Sean, do you want to start or do you want me to?
No, go on. Go on, you go for it, mate.
Yeah, so me and Sean started playing together probably a couple of years ago, about 2 years ago, something like that now, with the idea that we wanted to start a band. We were just doing like cover scenes in Liverpool, just playing in bars and pubs and stuff like that. But yeah, always wanted to start a band, and then trying to find a bass guitarist, trying to find a drummer. They're hard to come by, but yeah, Ant and Owen turned up pretty much at the same time. And then
Well, when you say, listen, I've got to take you up on that, right? Because when you say they're hard to come by, they're not hard to come by. Finding good ones are hard to come by.
yes, yeah, definitely.
Ah, there's a difference, right? There's a
Yeah,
lot
we're
of
still
bad ones
looking
out
like, but you know, these will do for now.
there. Oh, I see.
No, the spot on the pair and they are really good. So as soon as they came in, like we just knew we'd be flying. So that was November time. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah.
Cool.
And then yeah, we're just going head first and see what we can do.
Right, let's go round the room, and you've all got like a couple of words. In a couple of words, describe SevenStreets music to people out there who haven't actually come across SevenStreets yet. Okay, we'll start with Owen.
From
2 words.
Making me go first.
Yeah.
Two words, yeah.
Yeah. That's one.
Maybe a bit of a throwback. And say throwback and different.
Throwback, different. Okay.
Yeah.
So, homage to the past, but with something new for 2026. Okay, cool. We'll go with that. Sean?
I'll probably say vibey and catchy.
Vibey and catchy. Like it. Niall?
Loud, rocky. Is the
Loud
two
and
words.
rocky. Cool. When we say rocky, like da-da-dum-dum. No, not that rocky.
Yeah, running up the stairs, yeah.
Da-da-dum-da-dum-da-dum. Oh, yeah. It wears me out just watching that. Ant, what about you?
Absolutely amazing.
Oh, left the best till last there. There you go. No, that's brilliant. When you were doing covers before you got into this, I presume you still do some covers from time to time as well, right? Because you have to do some of that. Yeah. What sort of, again, to give people a little bit of an idea, what sort of covers were you covering?
I've always done a wide range of songs. So I go like Stereophonics, Eagles, Oasis, Johnny Cash. What else do we do? We do like a lot of different songs. But yeah,
Mainly modern contemporary.
yeah.
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 What's the most unusual song you've ever covered? You know, you ever done a bit of Dolly Parton or?
I did try and do a couple of ABBA songs when I first started, and yeah, I forgot all the words halfway through the song. I was like, "Is this?" But yeah, I tried a couple of ABBA songs when I first started gigging.
The other thing about ABBA songs, they're quite hard to play. Some of them.
Yeah,
they're not easy ABBA songs.
No.
Right?
No, well, I thought they would be, and I thought, oh yeah, this would be dead easy, little crowd pleaser. And then I did one, and then I got halfway through, forgot the words, and then forgot all the chords.
Yeah.
So, and never again.
I used to
That's
be
not
in
like
a band.
you, man.
No, never. Don't forget the words, mate.
I used to be in a band with a guitarist that was also in a ABBA covers band. And so, like, he spent ages, like, learning all of these ABBA. They used to get paid a lot of money to do ABBA. And they used to dress up as ABBA. I mean, they've earned, like, this is going back years, like 30 odd years, right? And they'd get paid $2,000 a night to be ABBA.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah,
I'd play like $52,000 a night.
Imagine what that would be these days, right? You're probably looking at like $7-8 a night now for being an ABBA covers band.
You'd look good in a blonde wig, Niall.
Yeah, well, you never know.
Good.
There are bands out there actually that do a covers thing and then do their own thing as well. Like they literally do a really good covers band. I think like Field Music. Do you know the band Field Music? They do a covers band thing where they're a different name and they're a covers band, but then they're signed to a label and they do their own thing as well.
Oh.
You know, maybe it's the future for a lot of bands out there because
there is definitely a market for that because it's a lot cheaper than actually seeing the real thing now. And many of the good acts are no longer around altogether. So, for people who want to have a good night, a cheap night out and throw back to the youth, they will go and see Oasis or Live Forever at the call for £10 in the cabin rather than paying extortionate prices for the real thing. So there is definitely a market out there.
Yeah. Why do you think it's so difficult to get people to come and listen to original music though? Or is it, are you finding that you can get a crowd there?
I think the way music's just listened to in general now, it's very hard. I know myself being one, probably being the oldest in the band. I'm from the time where you go to a record shop, you hear a song on the radio, you hear a song on telly, and you go and buy the CD. Now music's just so disposable, and so easy to download, and you've got so many artists now as well. So I think the way music's actually digested is completely different the way it was. And albums, not many people actually download an album now. They download particular songs from an album, usually the single, and will probably never listen to that band ever again.
And yeah,
it's so hard.
And yeah,
to get original music.
Even CD sales have started inching back up again. Tape sales are up massively. Vinyl sales are definitely up. Yeah. I mean, I feel like people are going back to wanting to actually physically buy things and actually, if they are music fans, supporting, because I think the message is slowly getting out there that I went to see a band in Bristol the other week that had been on here. They came on and did an interview and then invited me up to this gig that they did in Bristol. And what was really encouraging was that after the show, they literally virtually sold out of everything merch-wise, T-shirts, vinyl, CDs, tapes. You know, people were queuing to buy the stuff as well. I feel like there's a kind of renaissance happening in terms of people beginning to realize in their heads, okay, if I don't buy that stuff, you know, how can this band make money if it's £6 to get in for the night?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that doesn't equate to them making any money. So I need to put my hand in my pocket again. You know,
there's less and less venues as well, especially in Liverpool. Believe it or not, we were talking about this the other day. There's a venue called the Zanzibar. You're probably familiar.
Mm-hmm.
I've played there many a times with other bands in my younger days. That's gone, you know, and there's only a hand. I can count on me one hand the number of venues now where you can go as a band and play originals, not looking for someone who's just going to play covers.
Yeah.
That's more difficult as well.
Oh,
and
you seem like you're quite young. Like, how do you consume most of your music? I mean, do you still go out and buy albums and vinyl and stuff like that, or do you like literally like on the phone like everybody else?
Yeah. I personally don't. I'm on the phone on Spotify because the convenience of it. It's so easy. Whereas I think people see vinyls and things like that as more of a collector's item and a cool thing to have, but you can't listen to a vinyl if you're going out on a walk and put, like, do you know what I mean? You can't always just have it on you.
Well, now listen, I disagree with that wholeheartedly. You just need to take a whole sound system with you.
Well, yeah.
You can get ghetto blasters on your shoulders. We
used to do it back in the day. Well, that's right. The thing is, you did right back in the day. Like, you know, you'd have like the big machine on your shoulder, and you'd put your mixtape in, and you'd lovingly spent ages making out of all of the vinyls you had back home and whatever.
One of my favourite things to do on the weekend, a couple of friends, was going to HMV or Virgin Records and just troll through CDs of bands. And there's been many a times where I've bought an album based on the cover and it's been absolutely shocking. But that was it was like, you know, pick a mix. You sometimes pick an obscure album and it'll become a gem of an album of a band that you've never heard before. You don't really get that now with all this digital stuff. I think.
Yeah, you'd have a set of headphones there as well, an HMV, wouldn't you? Where you can go and actually sample it and see what an album sounded like, and you don't get that anymore, really.
I think what needs to happen though is, I think like what needs to come back is like more communal stuff, full stop, right? Because I feel like generally in life now we just tend to like go out, go to work, do this, do that, college, whatever. I think everybody's so busy, and then they just go home, and then it's just like you just listen to stuff while you're traveling, or you listen to it at home, and it's like, you know, on your own in a space on your own or whatever. But like
everyone's time's so precious nowadays, isn't it?
Exactly. But we used to like everything was built around music back in the day, right? Mm-hmm. We used to like go to someone's house for the weekend. You'd like listen to vinyl. You'd brew some very bad beer. You'd play some really bad computer games, which were chronic. My kids couldn't believe it the other day when I showed them like some of the early computer games we used to play, where it was literally a blinking cursor on the screen. It's like, which way do you want to go now? Go north. You know, you can't see yourself going north. It would go, you've gone north. You know, it was that bad. But we just had like fun hanging out, and music was kind of a big part of it. That listening experience was a kind of a big part to it. And I feel like, again, some people are trying to bring that back. I've noticed that a lot of bands are now doing like listening parties at record stores or whatever, where you literally go for like 2 or 3 hours and just all listen to the album together, and they'd stop it in between and go, right, well, this is what we were doing when we wrote that. And you know, I think it's good because we need to. Music.
It sounds very cheesy and cliche, but it does bring people together. Music, you know, whether your background, your age, your race, religion, whatever. Music, everyone's there for the one specific reason, and it's to be in the moment and listen to the music.
Yeah.
It brings everyone together, and if you lose that, it'd be very sad. Very sad.
Absolutely. What are you writing about? Who's going to take that one?
Yeah, well, I think we spoke about this at an earlier time, me and you, Gray. The songs I like to write, they need to have like a story behind. I love listening to Squeeze, Stereophonics. When you listen to the way they write songs, I can immediately see what it's about. I can immediately picture the story in my head. And if I'm trying to write songs and I don't see a story, I don't see the point in them, because even though it's music and it's meant to sound good, there's got to be a meaning behind it and why you're writing it. So the way I kind of write songs is like, okay, I've got this idea in my head. How can I make a story of this? So I just come to the guys with a load of lyrics, and then it's usually they go, okay, can you take half of them away so it's at least 4 minutes long? But yeah, so it works quite well.
I love that. Okay, big test for the rest of the band then. Okay, just to see whether they get the reference point. Squinting faces at the sky, a Harold Robbins paperback. Surfers drop their boards and dry, and everybody wants a hat. What's the song?
Sounds something like Anton Nora.
No.
I barely heard that because someone walked in the van. Yeah.
I know, I'm not.
Niall, do you know what that is?
No.
That's Pulling Muscles from Squeeze.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, you should have got that, Niall.
I know, I should have got that. Yeah, that's. Sorry, I've let the side down there.
What a classic.
From a shell. It's a great song. I didn't know they were the words though.
Yeah. You see?
That's
why. To be honest, I couldn't tell you the lyrics of some of my favourite songs. Lyrics are the last thing.
Really?
For me, it's all about
the bass line, though. He can tell you the bass line. Yeah.
It's all about the melody and the music, and you know, like, for example, a town called Malice. No, I actually heard the lyrics the other day. I'm like, does he say that?
Oh, now this brings me into a favourite one, which is always fun to do with any band that comes on. Favourite lyric that you've always got wrong, and you genuinely thought it was something else, but like you then suddenly realise one day, oh, actually, it's not that.
Oh,
I have got one on tip of me.
Because like a town called Malice, right? I've known people that thought it was about a town called Alice. It's really not. It's really not.
Oh, I was listening to a song the other day, and it was what was it? In fact, I'll tell you what it was. It was the whole of Bartender and the Thief, and only because I've been listening to it loads, I was like, I actually don't know half the words to this song, and then I was like, I'll try and play it, and I was going through the second verse, and I'm going, that's not what I've been singing for the past 10 years.
Oh, I love it. What had you been singing? No, perhaps we shouldn't ask.
Yeah, don't ask.
I'm a bit like that with karaoke, and I'm thinking, it doesn't say that in the song. No, you can actually see the words on the screen. I'm like, am I singing the right song here? Yeah, as you can tell, bass player don't pay attention to the words.
I think it happened a lot, in particular, sort of in the 80s and whatever, because a lot of singers had really distinctive kind of voices, you know, in the 80s, where they really didn't pronounce things properly. Yeah. You know, you had all of you like, oh, I'm going to get in trouble now, but like your Simon Le Bons or whatever, it's like, and Davis Rio, you know, it's like had all these kind of.
I know the song now. Sorry, is it the B-52s?
Yeah.
Love Shack. Is it called Love Shack?
Yeah.
When I was younger, when it sings "Bang Bang" on the door, baby, I used to think it said Batman. That was it. It wasn't until recently I thought that doesn't sound like Batman. And it's actually Bang Bang on the door.
Batman on the door, baby. Yeah. Brilliant.
So,
do you know what? I think you should
change it to that.
Bang Bang.
I think you should cover it, and I think you should all dress up as Batman.
I'm up for that.
I think that'd be hilarious. You know, and that literally at the end, you should all just go, turn around with Batman masks on and go, Batman at the door, baby. That'd be great.
That can be Owen's job. That will get him a Robin suit.
Yeah, he's the tallest anyway.
Are you the tallest, Owen?
Yeah.
Right.
That's why we have to sit them down at the back.
Yeah.
Not fair otherwise.
Okay. Ant mentioned earlier that he doesn't know necessarily lyrics from songs, but he does know bass lines. Okay, so perhaps we ought to kind of ask that as well. Favorite, depending upon your instrument, favorite part of a song. So for Niall, I want favorite vocal line of all time. Sean, favorite guitar line of all time. Owen, favorite drum line of all time, and favorite bass line of all time. There we go. Oh, let's start with Owen, because come on, drums must be easy. You must have a favourite drum part of all time.
So I've not got it.
Don't say Phil Collins, mate. I'll kick it out.
I wouldn't say I've got a definitive favourite one, but one that I've been listening to a bit recently is John Bonham in Stairway to Heaven.
Nice.
He's got the triplet on the toms. I think it's like 6 minutes in, but that's
just to be precise, it's about 6 minutes in. Yeah, you've definitely been listening to that lately. Do you know where a lot of that album it was recorded, and do you know about the history of that and the fact that it was like and songs like When the Levee Breaks, that he was at the bottom of a stair.
Yeah, I was going to say it was some big house in it, and then they had the door open connected to the like the fan or whatever they had all the gear in.
Yeah, so you got like that kind of natural echo to it and stuff. Yeah, what a drummer. Don't think anyone ever hit the drums as hard as Bonham did. Really, really kind of.
Owen comes close.
Sorry? Oh, Owen comes close, do you? Nice. Physically exhausted by the end of the evening then. That's what we like. Sean, favourite guitar line of all time?
I had a quick think then. It's an hard one, but the first thing that probably comes to my mind is probably Pink Floyd, Comfortably Numb, the second solo.
Yeah.
Probably that one. I think that, that's probably my favourite one.
It's so easy for that to go out of tune. It's so dangerously close to going out of tune. You just think, I know I've heard it played out of tune so many times because people just don't bend the strings to the right amount. So that's a good one. Yeah. And what about favourite bass line of all time?
Anything really from James Jamerson and the Motown era. Huge fan. James Jamerson, even his sound as well as technique. And Paul McCartney, Silly Love Songs with Wings. It was one of the first bass lines I learned. So catchy.
Yeah.
But how he can sing and do that at the same time is beyond me. There's a reason why he's one of the best. But yeah, anything from the Motown era, James Jamerson in particular, huge fan.
Yeah. It's like when Gail Ann Dorsey had to learn Under Pressure and play that at the same time as singing it. Really hard. It's just the tempo just doesn't go with the singing, does it? So,
it's a bit like the drums where you're doing something completely different with one part of the body. Obviously, no one will not relate with your foot with the kick drum, your hand with the hi-hat. It's so hard to do. So that hats off to anyone who can do it.
Cool. And Niall, finally you. And then what I'm thinking of is at some point you need to write a song where you put all of these different styles together. That would be marvellous, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I've got to learn to play like James Jamerson first.
I think for me, I'm just a big Weller fan, so anything he writes, I love the way he writes songs and his lyrics. I think at the minute, Going Underground and the lyrics in that are quite apt at the minute because I know I don't want to start sounding political and all that, but where he says kidney machines replaced with rockets and guns, and every single lyric in that song is so powerful, and it's obviously wrote in the 80s or maybe when he wrote it in the late 70s or something like that, and it just still matters now. It's a song that you listen to and you can see it repeating year after year after year. And it's anything by Weller, I think, for me.
Yeah. There was a very famous photo that appeared on social not that long ago of Weller, Paul McCartney, and Noel from Oasis. Did you see that? And
Yeah,
it was
seen it,
it was a photo that was like taken because of the new film or whatever that they kind of previewing. But then they compared it with, because the three of them had a photo taken right at the beginning of a sort of like Noel's career when he was fresh out of nappies. And but yeah, and then they were talking about the influence that those three guys had on other musicians to get out there and start bands and do things. Would you say those three for you would be right up there in terms of reasons why you're doing what you're doing now?
Yeah, for me, definitely. Influence-wise,
100%.
yeah. And I'll mention Kelly Jones though as well in there, because he's probably the biggest one for me in terms of inspiration.
Yeah.
Brilliant. What are you up to now, Seven Streets? What's on your agenda right at this minute? Are you getting out there and gigging at the moment? Can people go and see you? Are you writing any music? Are you going to put some music out in 2026?
Hopefully, that's the plan.
Yeah, that's the plan. We're gigging, just trying to get as much our name out there as much as possible. I'm still writing as much as I can. We're still working on music.
We have been recently recording with Sean's cousin, who's very fortunate to have a contact who's done a few songs with us, and we are at the moment looking at other recording facilities, looking to get another 2 songs out there into the World Wide Web, and just keep on gigging, like Niall said, get the name out there, do as much as we can.
Cool. What's the dream? What's the big dream? I've spoken to Niall before, so I kind of know that he's like already thinking about Wembley.
Probably said Wembley,
yeah. No, he definitely said Wembley. But is that the dream for all of you? Would you like to be there one day? Would you like to be that big?
Of course. For me personally, it's baby steps. I'd like to get signed, get a deal, and then maybe get a record out there, do a tour, and then, the ultimate goal, you want that at the end. That's the big prize.
If you don't put it on the board and you don't manifest it and you don't think about it happening, it never happens.
Well, I suggested this idea and they never took it up on me. We should get a board.
Get a mood board.
Tick it off when it's done.
Everybody but everybody has got a board, and you put it on the board and you say, right, that's going to happen. I think I talked to you about this before, didn't I? No, we
discussed it.
You've got to put it on a board. You've got, and you work backwards, right? I believe.
The first one for Niall will be to turn up to rehearsal on time. If you can pick that one off, that'll be brilliant.
Yeah, I was late.
Well, the thing is, what you've got to remember is that Niall works in logistics.
Yeah.
So
it's been busy recently, so I'm using that as an excuse.
Getting something and somewhere on time is like the key to logistics.
Yeah.
So
I did drop the ball on that one.
Yeah, you need to what you do in your day job, you just need to do with the band.
By the time these weren't even set up by the time I got there. They're all still farting around.
Again, mate.
Do you know what? That's there we go. That's the nature of all bands, isn't it? That's the nature of all bands. Listen, it's been great talking to you all. I wish you all the best. There's some great stuff happening in Liverpool. There's some great agents in Liverpool at the moment. There's some great record companies that are beginning to pop up, independent record companies that are popping up out of Liverpool, and some really sort of big support for new music in Liverpool. So I hope it starts to happen for you. Okay.
We do, yeah. Because I think the Jacarandas just started to press their own vinyl, haven't they? In their venue, which is a good move going forward. So hopefully you might have a vinyl out soon.
Yeah, well, I can remember when that happened I can remember when that first happened in sort of Bristol area as well. I can remember sort of going to, probably when I was more in the dance sort of music scene, but I can remember when like some of the clubs in Bristol were, pushing music, creating their own vinyl, getting it out there, doing their own record labels and stuff. I think it's needed again. And people out there want it. They want vinyl. Look at it. You know, look at it. Tons of the damn stuff up there. Hundreds. That's
That's
just
what
what came.
vinyl looks like, Owen. In case you
That's
wonder
what that's
vinyl
what
looks like.
vinyl, that's just what came in the door last week.
Wow.
There you go. You've got to buy yourself a record player, Owen. Do you know what? Again, it's the same thing. If you open your arms, buy a record player, won't cost you much. You go to a charity shop and pick one up, then vinyl suddenly comes into your life. It's just that's the way of it. You know, make it all happen.
Definitely.
Thank you. And
No, thank
Niall,
you.
Sean, Owen, thank you so much for coming
Thanks
on.
very
and
much for
talking
having
a
us,
little
mate.
bit about music.
Yeah.
No, absolute pleasure. Folks, this is the wonderful Seven Streets. Do go and check out their music now. You can do that if you do that and do that and do that. And there you go. There's a little bit of what they sound like. You've just pressed the button that makes that happen. And we will be back soon to talk to more musicians about their life in music. But until then, from all of these wonderful gentlemen here and you out there, bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.